Hey guys, this is new to books here. This is going to be my first book review. I read this book before I started to do my YouTube channel, and so this is not going to be one of my 50 books for this year's 50 book challenge that I actually started this week. So here it is. The book is 1 Second After. 1 Second After was William R. Forstchen. It's a 2009 fiction. It was spent 6 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. It rose all the way through the ranks up to number 11. Now, William R. Forstchen has authored over 40 books in his lifetime, the first being in 1983, a novel entitled Ice Prophet. Now, he writes many types of books, all ranging from historical nonfiction, fiction, young adult, and some types of science fiction-y, historical non-fiction almost. It's kind of weird. He writes a lot of stuff about, Civil War, revolutionary times, and co-authors many books with Newt Gingrich. So just a little bit of back history. 1 Second After was picked up by Warner Brothers to be made into a movie in August of 2011. Before August of 2011, and their option did expire around August of 2011. It is still being negotiated with other studios at this time to be made into a movie, so we're hoping on that. So the book itself is about a year in the life of the main character, John Matheson. He is a retired Army colonel and is now living in his hometown, being a history professor. He is a father of two living in North Carolina. The book begins with the basic premise of there's been some type of EMP, electromagnetic pulse, or that's what they perceive at least. And the book basically focuses on the year from that day forward, 365 days from there. John Matheson has to determine whether or not how he's going to, save his family. Should he stay here, leave? Should he help his town? Things like that. The book basically finds him and his friends, family, community coming to terms with their new reality and how to move forward with their lives, basically. Complications do arise in the book, as most books have. There is, a downfall in their normal living abilities. Amongst other things, the main character, John Matheson, must deal with, disease, death, famine, murders, hostile groups, hostile takeovers, insane individuals, martial law, budding relationships, how to handle family values in a time of lawlessness, and all good things like that, and many more. While some people might believe this book is a little unbelievable, you just gotta kind of have to read it for what it is. It's a fiction story, and for that reason, I just kind of read it like that, and I tended to like it. This book has been cited in the United States Congress and in the U.S. Pentagon. The Congress has deemed it a book all Americans should read, and it was cited in the Pentagon as a realistic look at EMPs and the possible effects that it could have on the United States. This book, which took Forstchen several years to research and many interviews to conduct during that period of time before he completed, I found it was quite enjoyable of a read, both in informational value and entertainment purposes. It had the ability to keep my interest, and I found myself reading straight through it in a couple of days, actually. I found myself really relating to the character of John Matheson, and actually unknowingly becoming somewhat emotionally attached also. Now, this book is about 345 pages, so it's about an average read for me. However, I did feel that some parts of the book he could have gone into more detail and explained a little bit more about. But with that being said, however, overall it was an enjoyable book. I do You know, I do suggest you give it a try if you're into books like this, and if anything else, you can always go to the library. It's free there. So next in my series, the second book I actually completed in the 50 book challenge I have with me. It's the final lecture. It's a short book, and I'm going to be doing a review on that to come. The first book I finished was Meeting Evil by Thomas Berger, and that was a library book, so I don't have it with me, and I'll be getting those 2 reviews up soon. The third book in my 50 book challenge I'm reading, I just got in the mail, Ready Player One by Ernest CLine. I just started this book yesterday. It's a pretty decent book. I'm already, you know, a third of the way through it. So hopefully I'll be finishing that up in the next day or so and posting that as well. So keep in tune. Watch the other video. Hit me up with some comments if you see some of the other books I've read on that video and you want to hear reviews. Let me know. Hope y'all enjoyed it.